So welcome all to the 2020 Zest strategy team briefing. I hope you managed to find a few minutes just to get out of the office and away from the phones, just to spend a bit of time out of the business so we can talk about strategy and what's going to be happening over the next 12 months. So very welcome to you all. Just a reminder that this is a very confidential video and it's very much the high level strategy of the business. So I really welcome you all to not share this with anybody else, whether that's personally or anybody professionally. So before I jump into it, I think it's very important to talk about what we've done in the previous years. And for those of you that have not been involved in this process before, just give you a bit of background about what it is we're doing and what this announcement means and where it is we are going to be going. So what's really important to understand is you can do anything, but you can't do everything. So just again, you can do anything, but you can't do everything. So what happens is, and if you go and speak to a lot of bid letting agents, around the corner, around the streets or whatever, you'll find that they'll be trying to do lots of different things at the same time. They'll be trying to double in size by buying a letting agency. They'll be trying to make their service to a very high level. They'll be trying to make loads and loads of profit at the same time as trying to grow as quickly as they can and recruit a new team. And when they're trying to do all these things, what you find is if you try and do all of these things at the same time, you very rarely achieve them, and you very rarely achieve them to the level that you really want to. So at Zest, we operate things differently, and since we started, we've had a focus year on year on year, and that's a very specific direction of travel, a very specific way that we're going to go every single year, so that everybody understands what it is expected and what it is we are going to achieve. So in 2017 and 2018, this was all about crossing the desert. So what we mean by this is we had a team, we had 3 or 4 people in place, and obviously those people were costing money. And what we needed to do at that time was grow very quickly and bring on business. So we call it crossing the desert. The desert's a hot, dark, the hot place, hot sand, your feet are getting hot, and you want to run across as quickly as you can. So in this case, it's all about bringing in the top line, bringing in more clients, bringing in more units, so we could actually grow very quickly. This was the year we did how to fill 70 rooms in 12 weeks. So we actually grew by 70 rooms in one day, which was a very crazy time. But we did it. We crossed the desert, we got to the other side, and we grew the portfolio very quickly and effectively, which was exactly what we needed to do. This did come at the expense of the back office. So 2018-19 was all about building the foundation. We built this good high level of size of a company. We had money coming in through the front door. We had a very weak back office, which really was the foundation of the business, that we didn't really have that in place. So 2018-19, we spent a lot of time actually building the foundation. We got rid of some of the landlords and some of the tenants who didn't really fit with our values and our ethos. So we actually parted ways with a lot. We actually made a strategic decision to offboard a fair bit of the portfolio and actually consolidate the business, and which reduced a lot of noise. We embedded a lot of systems and processes which we still use today, and we really just started to establish a rhythm. So the business had much more of a rhythm, team one-to-ones, we had certain KPIs, and we knew how we were working, and we built that foundation out, which was very good. And last year, 2019-20, so as we had already built this foundation now, it was all about peak performance. So we got to a point where we had a team, we had a back office, we knew what we were doing. We wanted to take it to that next level, like that peak performance level. Everything needed to operate like a peak performance level from a sales perspective, maintenance perspective, all our systems, our processes, bring all the team to peak performance level. So before we go on to next year, we'll talk a little bit about last year, peak performance 2019. So I'm going to check this is recording. Yeah, looks like it. Cool. So 2019 peak performance. We had 3 supporting objectives with this in order to create peak performance: just dream brand, dream team, and dream service. So how did we do? So dream brand, I spend a lot of time out there because I do the majority of the brand building, and started some training companies and did some courses for people, which really helped elevate the Zest brand in front of them as being thought leaders and knowledgeable knowledgeable business, knowledgeable company. I took up a position of community manager for the property entrepreneur program. So this just means that I have like a status amongst around, must be about 110 businesses and property owners on there. Once again, just building the brand so everyone knows who we are and everyone knows how incredible Zest is. We formalised the Maple brand. This is the branding pack for Maple. We've yet to use this too much, but we hope to use that a little bit more next year. But it's there and it's good to go when we want it. Won some awards. We won Mastermind Top 5 Performer, which was due to incredible accomplishments from a property perspective in 2019, which once again gets us on stage. Got YouTube videos with the brand all over the place, which is great, as well as actually winning the Property Entrepreneur Program last year. We built out like very simple branded, documents. This is the course that we leave when a new tenant moves into property. It's such a simple but very, very powerful, effective thing. We also have these for maintenance as well, which has worked really well. New camera responses. We upgraded all our camera responses. Google reviews are on there now. Professional pictures for everybody, which looks great. Landlord guide, tenant guides, all this kind of stuff. We'd really like to take it to the next level, so everybody knows about our service, they know what we do, and our brand is taken to the next level once again. New Year's Eve party. For those of you that came and were lucky enough to be around at the time, March 31st is the end of our financial year, so we have New Year's Eve party. We were out for a nice curry, came back in on Monday or Tuesday of the following week. We rebranded the office and redecorated the office. And the little things, we created this brand and added the create, cultivate, deliver, our values to the bottom of it. And we use this for WhatsApp groups. So once again, just taking it all to another professional level with the Dream brand. So I'm very pleased with that. And I think we did a fantastic job from a brand building perspective. Dream team. So this is one of the pictures we took at the start of the year. We've definitely had our ups and downs with the team from a perspective of, for those of you who've been here for the full year, you've had some people come, some people go relatively quickly. But I can honestly say, I believe that now we've consolidated that. And I think we're in such a strong place. I think that we've all learned, who works well in the business and who won't work well in the business from I'd say it's more of a values perspective than anything. And I think that, my sense would be that a lot of people can do the roles that we have. But to do them well, you've got to fit with the company and you've got to have your, the same ethos. It's very rare you get a group of people that will step in and help somebody when they need support and they're not just out for themselves. People that will genuinely care about the Zest brand and care about our reputation, genuinely care about our clients and our landlords and care about each other as well. So, and have a phenomenal work ethic with that. So I do believe now we're in such a strong place with the team. So I'm super pleased with that progress. KPIs, all of the team have got KPIs and scorecards as well, so everyone knows what's expected of them, which is a game changer. So we didn't have a year ago, and everybody knows, how to do better. So each week's about getting green on those cards, and if you do that, you're in a better place. And if it's not, you get the support to help you. So I believe that really has helped cultivate the Dream team. Finance Studio. Been phenomenal. We having issues with Finance Studio at the start of the year, and now they're on top form. We've got 2 new people from Finance Studio, and our accounts are looking so strong. They're in such a strong place in terms of being done on time. We've got absolute clarity, exactly what we needed. So they are part of the Dream team, which is great. And lastly, slowly and steadily, we started to develop a bit of a senior team. Some of you know who you are. You've been around the business for a little bit longer. And you know what you're doing. You've got the wealth of knowledge and experience to not only do your roles, but give a tremendous amount of support to your other team members too. So, that's started to kind of start by itself. But it's definitely something we'll be looking to formalise and progress next year, which is very exciting. And then Dream Service. So, we're looking good. 4.2 out of 5 on Google, 44 reviews. 4.3 out of 5 on All Agents with 64 reviews. That's a strong place. We'll be working on that this year, but very strong place to start, which is great. Things like this, we started adding these touch points in and really over communicating with our customers. This is a message from the sales team to one of our landlords, basically saying your room's still void, and we've had a viewing, but no progress this week. But this is the level we need to be at. It's that over communication. It's literally not making them wait, not making them have to ask for it, over communicating to the market. telling people stuff before they need to know. So that to me is just exactly where we need to be across the whole business, so that everyone's got all the information they need. Maple, like I believe Maple's operating at a very, very strong level, having obviously been in it for the last kind of few months and really, got my teeth into it. I believe Maple's a phenomenal part of the Zest business, and I believe that the level of service that offers is phenomenal. Not only to our tenants from a response point of view, but also to our landlords. The effectiveness and the cost effectiveness of what landlords are getting is absolutely next level. And their properties are being kept like in an immaculate position. In addition to that, things like turnarounds for checkouts. We are literally, like most companies, need 10 days, 7 to 10 days before a room is checked out, before they will happily let it be let again. We're turning some of these rooms around on the day, and that is a phenomenal place to be. So yeah, I think that level of service is great. And lastly, we should have done this years ago. My fault. We should have put a phone line system in years ago. We've got a proper hardwired phone line system in the office now, and that's just been a game changer. All the complaints around us not picking up the phone have stopped, and that level of service is great. And that phone line actually can be relatively quiet now as a result of the fact that we are picking up the phone. We're dealing with issues very, very quickly. So I'd say Dream Service is where it needs to be as well. Still something to be improved on that, but we are making like some very, very good ground. So overall, as you can see from that, 2019 was a good year. Like, it's all about peak performance, dream brand, dream team, dream service. So obviously we now need to talk about the 2020. So what we're going to be doing in our year of 2020 with, this starts properly in April and finishes properly in March 2021. So, that's the financial year, April to March. So we need to talk about what's going to happen from 2021, which is all about 2020. So, as you know, this is not something I've just sat here and gone, well, this is what I want to happen. This is where we're going to go. This was about 3 months in the making to decide all this and get everything in a row, make sure that it's very much aligned with what everyone wants to do. It became as I sat down with you all and talked this all through with you all and talked about where you want to go personally, professionally, talking about where you want to see the business go, what you want more of, what you want less of. It did become very, very clear and very, very apparent that there's a very consistent message coming through, is that essentially people want to be stretched but not stressed. People want to see improvements across the board, and growth is not necessarily at the forefront of everybody's mindset at the moment. So I'm really pleased to announce that the 2020 headline strategy for Zest Property Management and Maple Maintenance Construction will be 5-star service. So this is our direction of travel for 2020. This is what the whole business is going to be about. So everything is going to be about delivering 5-star service. That's to our customers, tenants and landlords, our suppliers, to each other. So each of us departments, so the sales department to the property management department to the finance department. It's all about a very, very high level of 5-star service. And so whenever you're doing anything, you need to ask yourself, be constantly asking yourself the question, like, is this 5-star service or not? And what I want to see is people start, like, when you're in the WhatsApp groups, when you're posting, is hashtagging 5-star service, like hashtag 5-star service. It should be like literally all over the walls. This is what it's all about for the next 12 months. So we will deliver on this, and I trust you all to do a very, very good job on this. And I'm very excited to get into the depth of how we're going to do this. With 5-star service as our headline, we have 3 supporting objectives. So these are objectives that will either very much support 5-star service, or are other elements that need to be considered within that. So number 1 is simplify everything. Over the years, we've just bolted on processes, bolted on additions to our processes. So we need to strip all our processes back, make them very simple. We need to make sure that the team structure and the business structure from a personnel perspective is very, very straightforward. And we've got a better simplified structure in place. And we just need to keep everything simple in what we do. Like everything, there's always a simple solution. It's often much harder to find the simple solution than the complicated one. We need to spend that time, make sure everything is get very simple, and we simplify everything as we go. Secondly, over communicate. This, as I said in that WhatsApp message before, over communicate to our clients, make sure that they know what we're doing, why we're doing it, and they understand all of the efforts that we're going to make sure we deliver like that high level of service. We need to over communicate internally. Like everybody needs to know what everybody's doing and have a full grasp of what's going on, and really make sure that the whole business is over communicating to each other. And lastly, we need to over communicate to the market. The market needs to know what it is we're doing, why Zest are great, and why they should be working with us and not our competitors. So really over communicating, and that's what we need to be doing this year. Lastly, a bit of a supporting objective of all this is, although we want 5-star service, we also need to look after the pennies. There's very little understanding, I feel, throughout the business in terms of what looking after pennies look like. It's not particularly shared with you all at the moment, and that will change. We need to have very, very clear budgets, very clear about how much mistakes cost us, and have a real focus from you all looking after the pennies, so you really understand where you can help make the business make more money and where you can help the business save money. So I'm excited about this year, because we'll be offering 5-star service, but we'll also be generating profit too. So 5-star service, simplify everything, over communicate, and look after the pennies. So very excited to release that to you for 2020, and that's what the next 12 months are going to be about. So to give you some top level targets, now please note we are going to be going into departmental targets for each of the different departments, and you all will have very clear targets for yourselves. But to give you top level business-wide departments, this is the first one, top of the list. It's about getting 4.5 out of 5 on our average reviews. So Google reviews, all agents, and any of the internal texts and feedback texts that we get. 4.5 out of 5, we're not too far away on the online portals, but to get to this level, that 0.1 out of 5 increment is harder than it sounds. It will take a lot of reviews, a lot of 5-star reviews to get us there, and all it needs is a couple of 1-star reviews to bring us back down. So a huge focus on this year is going to be about getting our review score up to 4.5 out of 5. We're going to go to 375 units. We're at 309 units at the moment. So although this may seem like a lot, it's adding about 65 units to the portfolio. Last year we actually had 113, and we weren't really going for growth last year either. So actually it's not a tremendous amount of growth, and a lot of those are coming on. So growth is not the focus, but we will be heading up to 375 units, because that's where the office will work very well from a commercial balance point of view and from a resource point of view. And lastly, 95% occupancy. And this is something we're very good at, but when we grow, we need to make sure occupancy stays the same. Otherwise, there's no point in actually growing. Occupancy fees through the whole of the business. 95% occupancy means that landlords are happy, that tenants are happy, that we are receiving rent, and that we are profitable, and we are bringing in the sales too. So overall, 95% occupancy will always be a very key objectives. As I said, these are business wide. But each department will have their own targets to follow, which will feed up into these as well. In addition to this, very excited to launch this year. We've never really had a formal bonus scheme and a formal bonus structure in place, but this year it's all about one team, one dream. It's all about making sure that everybody's on the same page and we're all trying to achieve the same things. So we will be launching from the 1st of April 2020 a business-wide bonus structure for you all to get your teeth into, which will be signed off by the 1st of April 2020, and will provide everybody that's in the company a bonus scheme, which can be great. And all the departmental objectives and all of the business-wide objectives will be linked, and everybody will be marked on everybody else's performance. So very much looking forward to launching this, and there'll be more details on this in due course, which I'm excited about sharing with you. So that's it this year. 5-star service. It is all about delivering absolutely impeccable 5-star service to all of our tenants, our landlords, our suppliers, to each other interdepartmentally. It's phenomenal to be in this situation, to be in a situation where we can literally focus on service this year. And it's not dash for cash, it's not dash for anything else. We can focus on absolutely phenomenal service. This is very much in line with what everyone wanted to do, and so I'm really pleased that we can make those wishes come true. We can absolutely focus on it, and the feeling for you all, because we're all people that do like to deliver a high level of service, is going to be fantastic. And I think everyone's going to get a lot out of this year. You'll get out of it what you put in, and with new things like bonus schemes and stuff in place too, it should be a very good year for everybody involved. So thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. or just catch up with me in our next one-to-one or when you're around the office. I hope it's all very, very clear, and I hope you're excited as I am to absolutely deliver on this and become the Greater Manchester's leading provider of professional house share accommodation. Absolutely top level, top service. Thank you very, very much.